Hello everyone and welcome to Net Crypto, where you get important information and news about all coins and tokens of interest. And today we are taking a look at Slothana. So this is an update. Like we said, we are going to follow this one all the way through. We are going to cover the good, the bad, the ugly, and see exactly where this token is going to end up. That's the only way that you're going to be wising up against the scammers, right? So currently the price is currently sitting at 0.018, right? So you can see that it did go all the way up to 0.060, right? So it is a massive drop from the ATH that we did see. So now there were a lot of hopes that this was going to go to 0.1. What's the future now for this token? That's the purpose for this video. We're going to be just speculating and see exactly where this token might end up, right? So you can also see that the liquidity, right, the trading volume still high, the liquidity around 4 million right there. These are important metrics to keep checking. Market cap sitting at 35 million, right? So where exactly this token is going, I believe, is the same with what happened with this scam called Wall Street memes, right? So if you've been following through some of these pre-sales, right, within the last year, you would most definitely would have known Wall Street memes. It's a token that was in the pre-sale for a very long time, and then it launched and it exploded, and then it came correcting, kind of like similar what we are seeing happening with Slothana. But there's an important point, right, that I need to share with you. Like, just take a look at this, right? It's currently down 79%. Remember, a scam pre-sale is measured by the price dropping drastically below the pre-sale price, right? So if you see a token dropping the price drastically below the pre-sale price, it basically means it's a scam, and the scammers created the token so that they can just make profit off, so that they can make money off investors, right? They are selling their valueless tokens, right, to the market, and that's the reason why the price would drastically go down. There are some other tokens that have never gone below the pre-sale price. Those tokens are legit because the people who created them, they're not just cashing out, right? They are valueless tokens for investors. They just created the token as a meme. Like, for example, Elon Musk, right, is one such token. It has never gone below the price of the pre-sale, right? So here you do see that after the token came out, it pumped, it even got listed on tier 1 exchanges, and I think it's at risk of being delisted on OKX, this Wall Street memes token. So you can see here when you go to markets, right, if we go to markets and we just concentrate mainly on the centralized exchanges, we can see they're on OKX, they're on Gate.io, HTX, Max. Same thing as we see the listing on HTX as well, right? Are they on Poloniex? I don't think they are. So they are not on Poloniex, right, which is the difference with Slothana. Slothana is on Poloniex, right? Poloniex was a huge giant back in the days, but now, right, it's more like a small fish, because of the multiple regulations that we've seen coming through in crypto, right? So I believe that Wall Street memes is going to be going to the direction, Slothana rather is going to be going to the direction of Wall Street memes. And the other thing is there is this thing of turning tokens to some sort of like gambling casino, right? This is what they did with Wall Street memes. So currently, if you look at Wall Street memes, it's all about the casino, it's all about gambling and all that, right? It was a meme token, but now it's more about gambling, it's more about casino and all that. So it seems like the Slothana team, right, the same guys behind these Wall Street memes are also now turning the project to a similar direction, right, which is all about gambling and all of that, right? So you can see here with Slothana, Sloth is walking from his nap and is eager for revenge. He's heading back to the coin poker tables this Sunday for another free roll tournament, right? So they're turning this thing to some sort of like gambling thing. You see, you can see it right there. So I guess we just have to wait and see how this situation actually develops. But most definitely we are getting the same vibes, right, as Wall Street meme. So what does this mean? What does this mean? Well, one of the things that the team behind this token had shilling was their actually listing on exchanges one by one and not a big bang. So are we expecting more exchanges to come? That's the big question, right? Because if we're expecting more exchanges to come, it will most probably be an OKX and Gate.io, most definitely, right? But is that going to do anything to the price? Remember, when HTX came out, there was a little bit of a pump, right? It even went up to, like, if we check Slothana, right, and we go and check the last 7 days, right? So you can see in the last 7 days did go up to this price point, right? Because if we check here on their Twitter, we check HTX, right? So we can see HTX. This was the 17th of May, right? That's when the news broke, right? And then on the 20th, so we can see here when the news came out. Let's just go on the 1 month, right? So this is where Slothana reached the current ATH of around 0.060, right? And the 17th, around the 17th, that's when the news broke out of HTX, and we did see a bit of a pump coming in, and now we are seeing a bit of we are now seeing the correction coming in. So can we expect another pump, even going to the price point of 0.1, right? Are we going to be able to see that? Well, it will have to depend on if this token is going to be listed on OKX or not, right? So we definitely want to see an OKX listing, right, if it is to go back up in terms of the price point. But if no OKX listing is going to happen, then most likely, like, it's downhill from here. We're not going to be seeing any sort of like appreciation in terms of the price. We are also just tracking the adoption as well, and it's cooling off, right? It's cooling off, which is also not another good indication, right? The adoption is cooling off. We're seeing a 37.5k in terms of followers, right? Because remember that this token is one of the only tokens actually without a Telegram group, right? Not sure why they did that. I think they were sick and tired of people asking legitimate questions, and they end up just kicking people out of the group. So for this one, it was easy for them to just not have a Telegram group at all, right? And they don't have to deal with investors asking them difficult questions. So we just have to wait and see. I think the next like 3 to 4 days are absolutely going to be critical, right, in terms of what the scam lords decide to do with this one, right, in terms of the listings. So, and an OKX listing, right, if that happens, it's most likely there's going to be a pump. It might even go 2-3x, maybe even recover to where the price point was, right, like the point 06. We might reach that one and even surpass it if we see an OKX listing. But soon after, we are going to be also seeing a massive correction. I believe like the same thing that we saw happening with Wall Street memes, right? So for me, it seems like Slothana is going to go the Wall Street memes scenario, and if the price will pump further from now or not is dependent on the listing of OKX. Gate.io can have an impact, but I don't think as much as OKX. So let's just wait and see how the situation develops. Like I said, we are still going to be covering this one all the way through. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.